Greetings, Cancer, all placements. So bear with me. There are like 3 different stories that I was channeling through really strongly for you. The first one, Cancer, is again from the movie Stardust, which I talked about in Libra's reading, so you could be dealing with a Libra or have strong Libra placements. But essentially, the part of the movie that I was channeling for you guys was when they're trying, all the brothers are wanting to be the heir to the throne, to be the next king, and there's like 11 of them that are in their ghost bodies, because when they tried to, off the other brothers so that they could be the king, they all like end up offing themselves, and then they're like ghosts watching the brothers that are still on the planet, who are still like battling to be king, and they're all like, no, don't do that, no, do this, and it's like really funny, cheeky part of the movie. And I was seeing that, Cancer, it's like your ancestors, for some of my Cancers, it's like your ancestors are watching you, and it's like God keeps putting a door, like a potential like soulmate, a potential new job, a potential new home, but because of your preconceived notions, because of your conditioning, you aren't like making the jump. You're not pushing through that wall. You're literally just standing at the wall. And again, in Stardust, I didn't even think of this till now. In Stardust, there's literally the wall, and then like the magical world is on one side, and like the normal human world is on the other side. And they are told like they can't go past the wall. So for some of my Cancers, this is a season where God is really trying to get you to go beyond the wall of your current, career capacity, your own self-expression, because you've been holding back in so many strong ways, Cancer. And it's like your ancestors are really trying to like get you going, or like crossed over pets are like woofing for you. Like they really are trying to get you to push beyond your limits, push it to the limit. So you're being told, Cancer, you need to push something to the limit, but especially your heart. Now, the next story that I was getting from my Cancers was in dating, in masculine and feminine polarity dynamics, which can, like, even in same-sex relationships, those still operate. Like, there's usually a more masculine person and a more feminine receptive person. And in fact, in all healthy relationships, it's necessary to have that polarity, to have someone who is more the initiator, the activator, the one who leads, and then not that the other one follows, but that they support and they multiply what the other one presents. So it's like the masculine energy presents an idea, creates the foundation, or provides for it, and then the feminine energy receives it, and from receiving it fully then radiates and expands and multiplies that energy abundantly. And for some of my Cancers, something has not been becoming abundant because we have, for some of my masculine Cancers, you're actually dating really masculine women who just look like they're feminine, but when it comes to communication styles and leadership, they're like telling you what to do. They're asking, you're going to be home by this time. They're the type who's like, oh, you want to play golf on Saturday? I thought we were going to go to brunch on Saturday. Like, they do that BS. So for some of my Cancers, it's like you feel like you're a masculine guy, but you're dating masculine women, so you're proving that you're actually very feminine with a masculine veneer. And that's why you don't get the actual feminine women, because you don't have the balls, to be frank, to actually go forth and pursue a true feminine woman who's going to require you to do the work, to initiate, because she knows that she is worthy of abounding. It's like a guy can be like, well, I have $1 million, so like she just wants me for my money. And it's like, he's an idiot. He doesn't realize that if he actually pursued that woman, she would multiply that 1 million to 100 million. But because he's going to go for the masculine woman who also, makes that, I don't know. There's something here like that, where there's like a Cancer that has a blown up head about himself and is not going towards truly feminine women, which is why his relationships are not working and which is why he's serial dating or whatever, however it's, manifesting. And he gets like annoyed by truly feminine women who aren't going to chase him, who aren't going to pursue him, who aren't going to blow up in his DMs. It's like, no, he needs to go to her. He needs to initiate to her. That's what a true masculine energy does. So men, the moral of the story, Cancer, is if you want a true feminine woman, then you have to be a truly masculine man, or whatever gender you are. If you really want a leader, then you need to be someone who's more receptive, who is going to just multiply and follow the leadership to multiply and radiate and make more abundant what the leader provides. Or so, I don't know, there's something here with all of that. Now, for my Cancers that are in happy, loving relationships, there is someone or something in the relationship that isn't working, that it's like, oh no, here we go again. Because I was hearing, here we go again. But now I'm hearing the song, here we go again. And now you're telling me that she's just a friend. Then why is she calling you at 3 o'clock in the morning? Okay, I ain't trying to hear it. So Cancer, someone's not trying to hear it anymore. So maybe it's not as happy of a relationship as I thought. I don't know. There was a positive message for happy Cancers. I mean, there's so many different people who watch these. You know, it is different like that. But for the ones who are genuinely good, there needs to be more work done in something. It's like, it's just not quite, it's not quite there. Like I was riding last night with some of the women at the barn, and I was talking about the fact how my new 4-year-old, I've only had him for 2 months. And when I canter him over a pole on the ground, I can always see where five strides is. So like, cantering up to a pole, I see the 5 strides, but as soon as you make that pole a jump off the ground, finding that 5 strides, you know, I'm noticing I have to like retrain my eye. So there's something here, Cancer, where it's like you see something. This can be like with weightlifting. It's like I've deadlifted that before in my whatever days, and I still stay up with lifting, so I should be able to do that. But it's like you need to go back to the basics, and you need to do something more at the basic level and really become a master at it. Like I'm hearing, is it Jackie Chan who said, rather than mastering doing one kick, no. The key to mastery, I'm butchering this, but long story short, it's something like the key to mastery is not practicing 10,000 kicks at one time. It's practicing that one same kick 10,000 times. And so someone here can be doing things for repetition. And this can also be in a relationship. It's like, well, I did the dishes, I did dinner, I did this, I did la la la. But it's like, you did it to like cross off the list. You weren't like in your heart, like, I want to infuse my husband with a loving meal that when he eats it, like he can taste the love. I want him to like come home to like a clean, beautiful home that just feels clear. Not that's like cleaned out of resentment and I did that, so why didn't you do this? Like there's something tit for tat going on here, Cancer. And for my relationship Cancers, who it's like this cycle keeps going around and around, it's because of the polarity issue that I was talking about at the beginning of this reading. It's like you need to figure out what role you're in, and you need to honor that role, because you'll master it and you'll have a really beautiful, loving relationship for it. And that doesn't mean you have to be in that role in all of your other areas of life. But when it comes to the relationship, relationships are happy and healthy when you can honor what role you are in. And I do know people that, you know, switch, but that is more nuanced, more difficult. And I don't know. I've observed a lot from being in the wedding industry and a wedding photographer for almost 2 decades. And my personal experience, what I've observed from across the world internationally, is that when you know your role in a relationship, you serve a lot more authentically, a lot more fully. Yeah, you have more room for that. So here's some of my Cancer guys. Seriously, 7 of Pentacles with Justice and the Lovers. It's like they're waiting. They're like, well, the girl should do something. The girl's already gonna multiply what you provide her. But you have to step forward and provide that energy. Or again, same-sex relationships, the masculine energy and the feminine, like you just have to know what, I don't know, there's something like that. There's something going on with that, I'm telling you. For some of my Cancers, it's like you've been patient. This is what I was seeing at the beginning. You've been patient for so long. And like your ancestors are like behind you, like you're not supposed to be patient. You're supposed to push it to the limit. You're supposed to take action. Like stop being patient and take action. So long story short, Cancer, that is really the story here, is stop waiting and take action. Bless you.